If you want the entire story, then you want WYLN's Late Edition. Get the whole story on WYLN's Late Edition. Weeknights at 10 on WYLN. We're your local network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this WYLN Sports Special presentation of boys high school basketball, where tonight the Comets of Crestwood have traveled to Hazleton to take on the hometown Cougars of Hazleton area. You are looking live at the Huey McGeehan Gymnasium at Hazleton Area High School. We thank you for joining us tonight for continuing coverage of high school basketball here on WYLN. I'm Marty Burns, joined as always by Joe DeMelfi. Jim Burns on the stats. And Coach, we've got a very loud, raucous crowd here tonight at Hazleton Area High School. We have the honor of sitting in front of the Crestwood student section for the night. And a matchup between the Cougars, who are currently 5-0 in Wyoming Valley Conference Division I play. Crestwood 4-0. They still have a game to make up due to the weather from the last couple weeks. But this is a big game to set a tone in the early portion of this Wyoming Valley Conference Division I schedule.
You know, Marty, over the years, we've been doing Crestwood Hazleton. Seems to me every time we look at this ball game, it's a big game, no matter what first half, second half. It's always for something very big, as you mentioned. Both teams undefeated, with Crestwood having to make one up. Be interesting to see tonight the matchups that occur, both very good basketball teams.
And a lot of them, both teams returning a lot of familiar faces from last year. Both teams returning 4 starters off of last year's team. A lot of people look at the backcourt and the matchup between Brady Gallagher for Crestwood and Sal Biazzi of Hazleton area.
And I'll tell you what, we've seen both of these players over the last couple of years, 2 very good players. They can drive their offense, they play strong defense. That will be one of the interesting matchups.
And the other thing for Crestwood, one addition from last year, coming in from after sitting out a year from his transfer from Nanacoke High School, will be the big 6'6" senior Luke Casey. And it'll be interesting to see how he fits into this matchup and what Hazleton area is able to do inside, with the fact being that there was a lot of times where they had to account for Chris Fazzini. Does this open things up for Fazzini, where you have to at least honor the 6'6" player inside?
I don't think there's any doubt. If you have someone that size in your on your team, on the floor, he's bound to help Fazzini just by his mere presence.
Now, these two teams split last year. Hazleton area, we saw that thriller last year in Mountaintop where Crestwood won 76-70. Despite Sal Biazzi scoring 41, Gallagher and Fazzini had 20 points apiece. They came up here for their second matchup. Hazleton area was a winner 56-47. Sal Biazzi in that game had 37, but he had some help. 2 big threes, including a buzzer beater at the third quarter by Brett Barron. If Hazleton area can get that second and third scorer behind Biazzi, because you got to figure Biazzi's going to get his points tonight. If Hazleton area gets that second, third scorer, things look very good for the Cougars tonight.
Things that always impressed me about Crestwood, they seem to be balanced. Not only in rebounding, but in scoring. Hazleton area, Biazzi the last couple of years has been a real big scorer for them. And obviously he's going to need some help tonight. I expect this game to be a very good one, very tight one, and it'll be interesting to see as we go through, Marty. I talked about the different matchups, but again, be interesting to see with Crestwood's addition, the transfer from Nanticoke, and Fazzini, how that's able to help him during the course of a ball game.
And we have a few moments before the introduction of the starting lineups and our national anthem. Before tip, we'd like to remind you that tonight's game between Crestwood and Hazleton area is brought to you by Alfredo's in Hazleton. They're a proud sponsor of today's game coverage. Mention you heard about them from WYLN during tonight's game, and they will give you 5% off your total bill from now until Valentine's Day. Alfredo's in Hazleton, located on 1346 North Church Street. Stop in, mention WYLN, and get 5% off your bill. It's that easy. And by 22nd Street Auto, they're a proud supporter of Hazleton area high school basketball. Stop in and see them for your inspection and repair needs. Good luck from 22nd Street Auto. The Slusser Law Firm wishes the best of luck to all players in a successful 2014 season. The Slusser Law Firm is a proud supporter of tonight's high school basketball coverage. Stop in the Carmen's Bakery and Deli for lunch. Warm up with one of their great specials, always homemade, fresh on site. If you don't have time to bake it, let Carmen's make it. Eat in, take out, or they'll deliver. And tonight's game is brought to you in part by Tyrone's Market in Hazleton. Tyrone's Market has everything you need for your family table. Tyrone's is a proud supporter of Hazleton area high school sports. And we're just about set for tonight's ball game. Before we get set, we'd like to remind you that the official beverage of the WYLN sports crew, and I have a feeling we're going to need this a lot tonight, Coach, is from Hazel Park Water Store Spring Water, the official beverage of the WYLN sports crew.
Nice crowd, Marty. People looking forward to this matchup, and we're going to have to stay hydrated to stay in the ball game.
Both teams make their way to the benches for final instructions from both their coaches. And let me get this out of the way. I was looking at the preview from the standard speaker. I find it hard to believe Mark Atherton's in his 18th season. He looks like he just got out of college.
Yeah, I was going to say, he hasn't gotten any older, but I have.
Definitely a class act, and he's done a great job with this Crestwood program. And year in, year out, the thing that I always am impressed with is how tenacious and tough they are in their man-to-man defense.
Defensively, they are very strong, and obviously they have the athletes that can do that.
We'll mention our officials in a moment, but first, we'll pause for our national anthem. And there you're going to look at Mike Joseph, Hazleton area head coach. And I still find it hard to believe he's in his 8th season.
Yeah, I tell you what, Marty, they say time flies when you're having fun. I must be having a lot of fun.
And being introduced introduce first to the crowd here at Crestwood, or excuse me, at Hazleton area, is the Crestwood Comets under head coach Mark Atherton. We talked about Brady Gallagher. Also joining him in the starting lineup, Cole Wasco, Brian Markowski, Chris Fazzini, and the big man in the middle, Luke Casey.
Marty, the other thing we look at, Marty, is it'd be interesting to see man-to-man with Crestwood, see what Hazleton does to start the ball game. And the other part of it is the pace of the game.
Now the hometown Cougars being introduced. The big man in the middle, Kyle Carmonic, will be joined by Reynal Santana. Brett Barron, who we talked about hitting a couple of big shots last year here in this game. John Fogarty, and Hazleton area's all-time leading scorer, Sal Biazzi, round out the starting five. Sal earlier this year passing a guy that I think some people heard of in Russ Kanzler. It shows you what kind of athlete Russ was, the all-time leading scorer in basketball here at Hazleton area. Pass by Sal Biazzi. And we're just about set for basketball from the Huey McGeehan Gymnasium. The officials for tonight's game: Jack Boncheski, Steve Grzmiski, and Mike Monahan. And as you can see, we're here at Huey McGeehan Gymnasium in front of the Crestwood student section. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me tonight, Coach.
I think this is the kind of game where you want to take the crowd out of it early, and both student sections were right in front of the Crestwood. Hazleton at the other end of the bleachers. They both promised to be loud.
And we're just about set for basketball. Reynal Santana will jump for Hazleton area. Chris Fazzini for Crestwood. Comets in the red going from left to right on your screen. The biggest matchup in the Wyoming Valley Conference Division I so far is underway, and the Comets will control. Gallagher will be guarded by Biazzi. The Cougars come out man-to-man. Markowski on the wing. Gives it to Gallagher. Gallagher looking to penetrate. Got about 3 screens there. He'll take the 3 and hit it.
Great job by Gallagher getting loose from that man-to-man.
Biazzi will bring it down. And a moving screen will be called on Carmonic. And that's a big foul. If they go inside to Casey to have Carmonic get a foul here on the offensive side. Gallagher gets a screen, penetrates, can't get it to go. Casey, the tip won't go, and Fogarty will be fouled, and that's on Gallagher. And a big foul for Crestwood in the opening minute.
Casey went up high for the Comets, couldn't get it to go. Gallagher reached in when Hazleton looked like they had possession. There you see it on our replay.
Biazzi will bring it up. Very interesting matchup. He'll be guarded by Fazzini. He penetrates against Fazzini, and his first shot is up and good. It's 3-2 Comets.
Great penetration. We've seen him do that many times, Marty.
Fazzini, pull-up jumper, won't go. Rebound controlled by Barron. Here come the Cougars in transition. Biazzi to Fogarty. Cougars lead for the first time at 4-3.
Great job by Biazzi getting inside to Fogarty for the 2. Quickly down the floor were the Cougars.
Casey gives off to Wasco. His jumper won't bank in. Rebound by Fogarty. And the Cougars again look to push. Biazzi, crossover, loses his footing, picked up by Gallagher. Here come the Comets. Kick ahead to Wasco. And knocked away. By Barron. It'll remain with Crestwood with 6:17 left in the opening quarter. See the time and score on the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton scoreboard. Cougars up 1. That's a 3, and being fouled is Gallagher. Santana his first, team second.
There you see it on the replay, Marty. Santana getting Gallagher, who makes the first.
Game tied at 4. Approaching 2 minutes gone in the opening quarter. We thank you for joining us tonight live from Hazleton Area High School. I'm Marty Burns, joined by the coach, Joe DeMelfi. Jim Burns on the stats. Gallagher makes all 3. He's got all 6 Crestwood points. They're back in front, 6-4. Biazzi gets a screen from Santana. Fogarty will drib it, and he's going to penetrate. Shot up and good. John Fogarty with 4 of the 6 for the Cougars, and the game is tied at 6.
Cougars doing a great job of driving the lane. Biazzi before, that time it was Fogarty.
Gallagher shows his crossover, dribbles it back out. Looking inside, and it was tipped, they'll say, off of Carmonic. It'll remain with the Comets. 5:32 left in the opening quarter. Game tied at 6 on the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton scoreboard. Fazzini goes baseline. Offensive foul will be called on Chris Fazzini.
Carmonic did a great job of setting himself. Fazzini with the foul. There you see it on the replay.
Biazzi, pull-up jumper, won't go. Fazzini the rebound, he'll look to push. Fazzini off to Casey, basket good. Crestwood back in front by 2.
Not only is Casey good size, Marty, he can run the floor very well, as proven by that last basket.
Carmonic gives it over to Fogarty. Fogarty strong to the basket. He's got 6 for the Cougars early on. Game once again tied at 8.
I'll tell you what, Fogarty really making a difference early on.
Wasco faked the 3. And his shot won't go. Rebound Barron. Here come the Cougars. Biazzi, the jumper. Won't roll in. Tipped around, controlled by Wasco. Here comes Gallagher. Gallagher gets a screen from Markowski. Gives off to Fazzini. Fazzini in the corner. Casey lost control. Fazzini on the floor. Loose, and the Cougars come up with it. Carmonic got it to Fogarty, and now here's Biazzi. Biazzi spin, and they're going to call him for a travel.
Yeah, they were a little out of control. Couldn't get the ball, Marty. Biazzi with the walk. Crestwood inbound. Pace of the game very strong right now, Marty, both sides.
8-8, halfway through the opening quarter on the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton scoreboard. Knocked away by Carmonic. And Biazzi will bring it up. He'll slow it down. Checks Coach Joseph for the offensive play. Fogarty on the wing. He's guarded by Gallagher, and he'll get it out to Barron. Barron, pull-up jumper, short. Wasco may have got a piece of it. Gallagher will bring it up for the Comets. Wide open in the corner is Fazzini. And Barron has it for Hazleton area. Biazzi to the basket.
I'll tell you what, once he gets to the top of the lane, as we're going to have a timeout.
30-second timeout taken by the Comets. Coach Atherton wanted to get a quick timeout, change some things up. We'd like to remind you that tonight's Crestwood Hazleton area basketball game is brought to you by the Slusser Law Firm. They wish the best of luck to all players and a successful 2014 season. The Slusser Law Firm is a proud supporter of today's high school basketball coverage. Stop into Carmen's Bakery and Deli for lunch. Warm up with one of their great specials. Always homemade, fresh on site. If you don't have time to bake it, let Carmen's make it. Eat in, take out, or they'll deliver. Carmen's Bakery and Deli.
Marty, right now, Hazleton 5 for 8 from the floor. Crestwood 2 for 7. I was talking about Biazzi at the top of the lane, if you're not in front of him, he is quick, tough as he makes the steal here.
And an offensive foul. Great take defensively by Cole Wasco. Big foul. That'll be the second on Santana.
Santana again trying to get to the lane, but he ended up with the offensive foul. Hazleton, the Cougars up by 2.
First sub of the night is number 55, Hunter Samick for Hazleton area. After the timeout, the Cougars coming with the full court pressure. Gallagher will look to break it himself. Kick ahead to Wasco. Shot is short. Fazzini the rebound. He takes it to the basket where he is fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
2 for 8 from the floor. Fazzini missed that shot but was fouled. That puts the Comets at 2 for 9 from the floor, Marty. Having a tough time. Here you see it as he went to the lane, missed the shot but picked up the foul. Makes the first.
Fogarty to foul, his first, team 4th. And Fazzini here will have a chance to tie the game at 10. Comets early on are 5 of 5 at the line. Game tied at 10. Number 15, Chris Woodring in for Hazleton area. We're going to take some of the pressure of handling the basketball off of Biazzi. That pass tipped away. And here come the Comets.
Good defense by that Crestwood team as they tipped the ball away.
Casey traveled with it. And Hazleton area will get it on the turnover with 2:11 left in the opening quarter. Game tied at 10 on the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton scoreboard. Couple of subs for the Comets. Number 3, Robbie Hopkins. Number 23, Jason Dotzel. They'll be out there with Murkowski, Fazzini, and Gallagher. Barron, his leaner, will roll it in good. Cougars back in front.
Great job by Barron. He went up with that runner right inside the foul line.
Dotzel gives Crestwood the lead right back at 13-12.
Dotzel giving that spark off the bench, Marty. Hits that 3, puts the Comets up by 1.
Biazzi's jumper is good. They'll say it's a 2. He's got 6. The lead back to Hazleton area at 14-13. Gallagher, 3-point goal, Brady Gallagher. Crestwood leads 16-14, Gallagher with 9.
Last minute, Crestwood's picked up their shooting. Dotzel came off the bench, gave him a big 3, then Gallagher hits one.
A steal for Fazzini. Gives it over to Gallagher. Looking, and Gallagher got it tipped back to him, can't get it to go. Dotzel has it blocked by Samick.
Great job by Samick going up, knocking it away when Dotzel went up.
John Fogarty quickly checks back in for Hazleton area, giving a quick breather to Sal Biazzi. And quickly, Coach Atherton wants to get Cole Wasco into the lineup to give Fazzini a breather. So that defensive matchup, both of those star players getting a breather here in the last 34.6 seconds. Dotzel on the wing. Gallagher at the top. See the time remaining on the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton scoreboard. Comets up 2. Look to take at least a 2-point lead into the second quarter. Gallagher penetrates, blocked by Carmonic.
Great job by Carmonic.
Wasco's shot won't go through an exciting opening quarter. Crestwood 16, Hazleton area 14. You're watching high school basketball on WILN.
A kind word, a helping hand, being there when people need us most. Our healthcare team always gives our community their best. Merging with Lehigh Valley Health Network opens even more possibilities for all of us. More resources, specialized medical expertise, nationally recognized healthcare right here in our community. Together we can move medicine forward. The Greater Hazleton Health Alliance is now Lehigh Valley Health Network. Lehigh Valley Health Network, a passion for better medicine.
Why should you choose Penn State Hazleton?
We have new scholarship money.
There's no application fee.
When you visit campus.
Opportunities to do research.
Students are scoring internships
all over the country.
You can start here and finish here.
Or at another Penn State campus.
We have fun.
We have the Lion.
Penn State is ranked #1
by corporate recruiters.
We have the largest alumni network
in the world.
It's your time.
Penn State.
Penn State
lives here.
Check us out at psu.edu/visithazleton.
You're watching high school basketball on WILN TV 35.
We welcome you back to a noisy Huey McGeehan Gymnasium at Hazleton Area High School. Start of the second quarter. Crestwood leading 16-14 in an opening quarter that featured 3 ties, 6 lead changes.
Marty, as we start the second quarter, 7 for 10 from the floor for the Cougars, 4 for 12 for the Comets. So as much as their shooting improved, as Biazzi loses the ball.
Turnover gives it to Crestwood.
Rebound 6 for Crestwood, 5 for Hazleton. Turnovers 6 for the Cougars, 5 for the Comets.
Crestwood in the red going from left to right on your screen. Fazzini inside. His first basket, he's got 4 on the night, and the lead is 4. Comets start the quarter with Fazzini, Dotzel, Wasco, Casey, and Robbie Hopkins. Hazleton area in the white start the second with Fogarty, Barron, Carmonic, Biazzi, and Hunter Samick. In is Reynald Santana's on the bench with 2 personals, and Biazzi's going to be called for a reach-in foul.
Yeah, he had the ball taken from him and went after. Committed the foul. Crestwood will inbound on the side, up by 4.
First on Biazzi, the team 5th. Casey gets it out to Fazzini on the wing. Fazzini looks to penetrate, drives the lane, offensive foul, that'll be the second on Fazzini.
Fazzini making penetration right there, Marty. Made the shot, but missed the shot, but committed the foul during the course of action, so Hazleton will inbound.
Credit Sal Biazzi on the help defense, stepping in to take the charge. So Fazzini, his second, team 3rd. Samick gets it out to Biazzi. Fake the 3, spins, looks inside, blocked from behind his Carmonic, but he was fouled.
Believe they're going to get Markowski.
First on Markowski, the team 4th.
There you saw the foul inside.
Chris Woodring back in for the Cougars. One out of 2 for Carmonic. It's a 3-point Comet lead. Wasco breaks the pressure to Markowski. Markowski is going to head to the line as a blocking foul be called on Carmonic.
Yeah, Carmonic got there, Marty, but not quick enough.
And now the 2 starting big men, Santana and Carmonic, 2 fouls apiece.
Coach Joseph pleading his case after the fact. Looks like he just got there a little bit late, Marty. Wanted to set himself, but ended up drawing the foul. Markowski.
Reynald Santana back in with the two personals. Carmonic will sit with the two. Early, very good free throw shooting from the Comets. 7 for 7 to start. They lead by 5. Biazzi, this time guarded by Gallagher, takes a deep three. Samick, the rebound, won't go. And a rebound for Casey.
Good rebound for Casey after Samick couldn't get his short jumper to go.
Wasco to the basket, won't go. And Gallagher get in there to force the jump ball. Possession arrow, keep it with the Comets.
I tell you, Marty, one of the unusuals in a ball game, Hazleton has turned the ball over a little more than I believe they usually do here in the first half.
Markowski can't get it to go, but his putback is good. All 4 of Markowski's points here in the second. The lead is 7 for the Comets on the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton scoreboard. Biazzi looking for Santana, threw it away. Another Cougar turnover. Coach Joseph wants a timeout. Full timeout. Cougars down 7.
On the way to retirement, some people realize that work isn't really a bad thing. Some may want to start their own business one day. Our financial advisors will look at your complete financial picture, no matter where your money's invested, to create a plan designed to help you get to and through retirement. When you need a financial advisor fully invested in you, turn to us, Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
What? Floor samples, closeouts, every clearance item up to 50% off. Woohoo! It's Grand Central's huge 50% off clearance, now through Monday. Genuine savings on floor sample markdowns. Every item in our entire store up to 50% off. Yep, furniture, mattresses, appliances, and TVs. Tons of the good stuff. 50% off, now through Monday. Express delivery, plus up to 50% off. As always, buy local, spend less. Grand Central Hazleton.
After the Hazleton area timeout, Crestwood with a 7-point lead. 5:44 left in the opening half.
Marty, Crestwood's on a 9-1 run in the last 30 minutes and 32 seconds. Hazleton, 9 turnovers at this point.
Hazleton area coming out in the form of a matchup zone. Crestwood very patient, finds Wasco open on the wing, he can't get it. And they're going to say, I don't know if it hit the wire or went over the backboard. Either way, Hazleton area basketball.
One of the things Biazzi does, he plays very hard, Marty. Probably presses himself to do too much at some time. Down by 7, Cougars with the ball.
Barron got double teamed, found Santana. Shot blocked. Dotzel the rebound, here come the Comets.
Casey with a nice tip underneath to block the shot.
Crestwood out there with Dotzel, Casey, Markowski, Wasco, and Gallagher as Biazzi the steal and the layup. He's got 8 to lead the Cougars. But we'll see if Coach Atherton will go the rest of this quarter with Fazzini, the 2 personals, leave him on the bench.
I think he has, 4:40 left.
And my answer is quickly made as Fazzini heads to the scorer's table.
Biazzi with very quick hands on defense.
Gallagher can't get that. 3, Barron the rebound. 5-point Comet lead on the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton scoreboard. Biazzi drives, is fouled. It'll be the 5th team foul on Crestwood, so the Cougars will have to inbound.
Biazzi guarded very well, tried to split that almost double team at the ball and was fouled. Hazleton inbounds under their own basket.
Some more foul trouble, Joe. Brady Gallagher picks up his 2nd, team 5th, as Barron hits the 3. He's got 5. 5, and all of a sudden, Crestwood sees their lead diminish to 2.
We said Hazleton needs a great job.
Great
with
passing of the ball. Casey, the basket. He's got 4. The lead is 4. Barron, the jumper. Fogarty, the tip, and he was fouled.
We'll take another look at that underneath. There you see it. And Markowski, I believe, will be called for the foul, as you've seen in that replay.
Fogarty misses the first. He'll get another 16 fouls on Crestwood, but a big 6. 2 on Gallagher, 2 on Fazzini, 2 on Markowski. Fazzini the rebound. Lead remains a 4-point game for the Comets. And Fogarty comes back and steals the pass. Fogarty is going to be called for a carrying violation before the contact.
Yeah, he turned it over before he even had contact. I don't know if we get another look at that. Looks like we will. Right here, you see him turn it over right before that contact. Good job by our camera crew.
Crestwood easily breaks the pressure. Fazzini, the pull-up jumper won't go, but he gets his own rebound. Out to Gallagher. 3.5 minutes remaining in the opening half. Crestwood up by 4. Loose ball on the floor picked up by Biazzi. Here come the Cougars in transition. Biazzi takes the jumper. He buries it. It's a 3.
We have a timeout. Crestwood.
Full timeout. Crestwood. Their lead is down to 1.
A kind word, a helping hand, being there when people need us most. Our healthcare team always gives our community their best. Merging with Lehigh Valley Health Network opens even more possibilities for all of us. More resources, specialized medical expertise, nationally recognized healthcare right here in our community. Together we can move medicine forward. The Greater Hazleton Health Alliance is now Lehigh Valley Health Network. Lehigh Valley Health Network, a passion for better medicine.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
After the Crestwood timeout, making it a 1-point game for the Comets. Coach, this quarter's been a game of runs.
And I'll tell you, it sure has. 9-1 earlier with Crestwood. Now it's an 8-2 run. Last 2 minutes and 36 seconds for Hazleton area.
And again, they come full court pressure. Wasco's pass is tipped. Biazzi up with it. Biazzi will head to the line and try to give the Cougars the lead.
Crestwood having a little trouble with that, and Coach Atherton spending some time right now talking to Fazzini.
Wasco his first, team 7th. Biazzi, the first player in double figures for either squad. He's got 12 on the night, looking for 13 in the lead. And a lane violation is going to be called on Hazleton area. Don't count the free throw. So the game will remain tied at 24 with 3:11 left in the half. Coming up at the half, we're going to look at Jim Burns' halftime stats. Wasco penetrates, shot up, won't go, rebound Barron. Here come the Cougars. Casey knocked it away from behind nicely. Gallagher looks to push. Gallagher. Don't count the basket, but a blocking foul will be called on Carmonic. That's his third.
Carmonic, and I don't know if we'll get a chance to see this as Gallagher goes to the line. Here you're going to see it. Close. Gallagher makes the first.
Hunter Samick checks in to replace Carmonic, who will have to sit with the 3 personal fouls. Gallagher now in double figures with 10. 1 out of 2, Santana the rebound. Crestwood leads it by 1 on the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton scoreboard, but right back is Biazzi with a 3. Cougars up 2.
I'll tell you what, you got to pick Biazzi up right at the mid-court, or else you're going to lose him as Gallagher misses a shot underneath.
Santana gives it off to Barron. He'll take the 3 and bury it. Brett Barron, 6 of his 8 here in the second, and all of a sudden the Cougars are up by 5.
They're shooting that 3 ball very well right now, Marty.
And a reach-in foul will be called on the Cougars. That'll be their 8th team foul, and a 1-and-1 coming up for Markowski.
Yeah, Barron reached in. I think he hooked him. Marty, we just had a 5-point lead by Crestwood erased, and now the Cougars are up by 5. Very good 3-ball shooting by the Cougars.
And we talked about before, Biazzi with 15, but he's getting help. Barron with 8, Fogarty with 6. Markowski for a 1-and-1. Markowski has all 6 of his points here in the second. He'll head to the bench with 2 personal fouls as Jason Dotzel back in. 2:13 left in the opening half. Hazleton area leading at 30-27 on the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton scoreboard. Biazzi can't get the 3 to go. Rebound Casey. Here come the Comets. They can tie it with a 3. Robbie Hopkins out to Gallagher, quickly to Casey. His jumper is good. Casey with 6, and it's now a 1-point game.
We talked about how he would fit in to this Crestwood team, Marty. Looks like he's fit in very well.
Woodring looks inside. Casey knocked it away, but Woodring got it back. Woodring got double-teamed, had his pass tipped. Hopkins up with it for the Comets. And a reach-in foul be called on Biazzi. That'll be 2 on Sal Biazzi.
Well, as a coach, you look at fouls, you say good foul, bad foul. Bad foul by Biazzi right there, picked up his 2nd. Can't afford to have him on the bench, but he will take a short break.
And unless they have an offensive situation, I would think Coach Joseph is going to have to keep him on the bench for the final minute 29. Can't afford for him to pick up his 3rd here.
I agree 100%. I don't think he's back in the ball game here in the first half.
Casey the rebound, can't get it to go. Hopkins got the rebound out to Casey. Casey baseline, had it knocked away by Samick, but he got it back. That won't go. Samick the rebound.
Great defensive job by Samick. Looking at slowing it down a little, Marty.
And Hunter Samick has done a nice job with Santana and Carmonic in foul trouble. He's given some big minutes to Hazleton area off the bench tonight. Under a minute left in the opening half. Hazleton area with the 1-point lead. You'll be able to keep an eye on the time remaining on the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton scoreboard.
Marty serves 2 purposes, obviously looking for that last shot. The other is you run the clock down. Biazzi's not on the floor. One of your key players as Hazleton moves the ball on the perimeter.
And you almost wonder, you mentioned that, Joe, you get yourself down to about 15-10 seconds. Would you take a 30 to get him out there for that last possession?
Let's see if Coach Joseph's thinking that or not want him on the floor at all here in the last couple seconds.
And a 5-second call. Nice defense by Dotzel. Number 12, Chris Panzarella, in for the first time tonight. Santana will head to the bench to protect him with the 2 personal fouls. Biazzi, Santana, 2 fouls apiece. Carmonic with 3 for the Cougars. Gallagher, Markowski, and Fazzini, 2 fouls apiece for the Comets. Final 6 seconds. Fazzini has it blocked by Fogarty.
I'll tell you what, great job by Fogarty knocking that ball away. Fazzini tried to go up right at the baseline.
Fazzini spins inside, knocked away by Samick. Barron to beat the horn. Won't go. What an opening half of basketball in this Division I showdown on the Wyoming Valley Conference. At the half, the score, Hazleton area 30, Crestwood 29. You're watching live high school basketball on WYLN.
Now, Hazel Park Spring Water is proud to announce that they are the official water of the WYLN Sports Crew and available for home delivery through J.W. Wargo Spring Water Delivery and JoJo's Beverage. Since 1915, the Kreisel family has been serving the area with quality meats. The tradition continues today with 5 generations at Hazel Park Quality Meats, 260 Washington Avenue, West Hazleton, and Redding Specialty Meats, located at 216 East 4th Street in Berwick. Here are some of this week's specials.
John Cooligan Son Incorporated, your one-stop notary and messenger service provider. Titles, tags, out-of-state titles, instant vehicle services, temporary tags for all vehicles, snowmobile, ATV registrations, and reconstructed vehicle services. They even issue Luzerne County dog licenses on site. Birth and death certificate also available. They are bonded for your protection and PennDOT certified for service. Notary Public on site. Messenger service with weekly trips to Harrisburg every Tuesday and Friday. Serving you since 1967. Call today.
We welcome you back to a still rowdy Huey McGeehan Gymnasium at Hazleton Area High School, as it's very hard to hear the production truck as the student section of Hazleton area makes their way to the concession stand, and they decide they want to argue with the Crestwood students. And
we happen to be in between.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
But Joe, this opening half could not have been a better half of basketball on both sides. Very up and down, a lot of runs. Crestwood got themselves up 7, but Hazleton area, the veteran team that they are, hung in, and they take a 1-point lead into the locker room.
Yeah, we talked it being a half of runs. First, Crestwood had a 9-1 run. Hazleton came back with a 7-2 run. The pace of the game has been very quick. Some key people in foul trouble, Marty, and both coaches are going to have to watch that in the second half. You see the halftime score, Cougars up by 1.
You mentioned the foul trouble, Joe. Hazleton area, Kyle Carmonic, late stages of that second quarter, picked up his 3rd. Sal Biazzi, Reynal Santana have 2 apiece for the Cougars. For Crestwood, big 3 with 2 personal fouls of Gallagher, Markowski, and Chris Fazzini. So we'll be able to see as this game progresses which of these teams can stay really out of serious foul trouble as the game progresses.
Yeah, I think one of the things we'll have to watch, if one of the key players does get into a key situation, we'll see what coaches will do with bench time and playing time.
We're at the half. When we come back, we'll get a look at halftime stats. The score, Hazleton area leads at 30-29.
A kind word, a helping hand, being there when people need us most. Our healthcare team always gives our community their best. Merging with Lehigh Valley Health Network opens even more possibilities for all of us. More resources, specialized medical expertise, nationally recognized healthcare right here in our community. Together we can move medicine forward. The Greater Hazleton Health Alliance is now Lehigh Valley Health Network. Lehigh Valley Health Network, a passion for better medicine.
Why should you choose Penn State Hazleton?
We have new scholarship money.
There's no application fee.
When you visit campus.
Opportunities to do research.
Students are scoring internships
All over the country.
You can start here and finish here.
Or at another Penn State campus.
We have fun.
We have the Lion.
Penn State is ranked #1
by corporate recruiters.
We have the largest alumni network
in the world.
It's your time.
Penn State
Penn State
lives here.
Check us out at psu.edu/visit Hazleton.
Now Hazel Park Spring Water is proud to announce that they are the official water of the WILN Sports Crew and available for home delivery through J.W. Wargo Spring Water Delivery and JoJo's Beverage. Since 1915, the Kreisel family has been serving the area with quality meats. The tradition continues today with 5 generations at Hazel Park Quality Meats, 260 Washington Avenue, West Hazleton, and Redding Specialty Meats, located at 216 East 4th Street in Berwick. Here are some of this week's specials.
Things move a little slower here in DSLville.
Slow pitch softball is big here. Really big.
There's not a fast food restaurant in town. Zero.
Get the most out of the internet. Get Service Electric high-speed internet. Call Service Electric today to sign up.
Ho, 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 ho. Slow down. Tourists.
You're watching high school basketball on WILN TV 35.
We welcome you back to the Huey McGeehan Gymnasium at Hazleton Area High School. A great opening half in the showdown in the Wyoming Valley Conference Division I matchup between Crestwood and Hazleton Area that has the Cougars in front by a score of 30-29 over Crestwood. Hazleton Area led in scoring by Sal Biazzi with 15, but he's gotten some support. Brett Barron, 2 threes, accounting for 6 of his 8. John Fogarty with 6. Crestwood, a balanced attack, 10 for Brady Gallagher, 6 apiece for Brian Markowski and Luke Casey. Time to get a look at the halftime stats, and they're compiled by our very own Jim Burns.
Marty, looking at Crestwood from the field, 8 for 25. The Cougars, 12 for 20, 3-point field goal. Crestwood, 3 for 7. Hazleton hitting over 50%, 4 for 6, 3-point range. Crestwood doing very well from the line, 10 for 12. Cougars, 2 for 5 from the line. 14 rebounds for the Comets, 13 for the Cougars. Offensive rebounds, Comets doing well, have 8. Hazleton with 2. Turnovers, 23 combined, 11 for the Comets, 12 for the Cougars.
That has been the halftime stats compiled by Jim Burns. The score at the half. Hazleton Area 30, Crestwood 29. We'll take a break. Third quarter action coming up next.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
What? Floor samples, closeouts, every clearance item up to 50% off. Woohoo! It's Grand Central's huge 50% off clearance, now through Monday. Genuine savings on floor sample markdowns. Every item in our entire store up to 50% off. Yep, furniture, mattresses, appliances, and TVs. Tons of the good stuff. 50% off, now through Monday. Express delivery, plus up to 50% off. As always, buy local, spend less. Grand Central Hazleton.
On the way to retirement, some people realize that work isn't really a bad thing. Some may want to start their own business one day. Our financial advisors will look at your complete financial picture, no matter where your money's invested, to create a plan designed to help you get to and through retirement. When you need a financial advisor fully invested in you, turn to us, Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wouldn't it be great if everything in life were fast? Fast, like a cable modem.
Call Service Electric now and get the fastest internet in town. Plus, when you sign up today, you'll also get free installation. Experience the blazing speed of Service Electric high-speed internet service. Your internet will never be the same.
We welcome you back to live high school basketball here on WYLN. Both teams returning to the floor here. Moments away from the start of the third quarter. And Joe, if we get a second half as good as the first half, we got quite an ending coming up here.
Yeah, as I said when we were away, we were talking, I said it's lived up to everything it's supposed to be at this point. One of the things we watch in the second half, both teams playing very aggressive defensively. Both teams have people in foul trouble. Let's see if that loosens the defense just a little bit, or if they continue the pace they've been playing, Marty.
And while we have a moment, we'd like to thank the Third Base Luncheonette located on the rear of 704 Carson Street in Hazleton, next to the old Hazleton High School, affectionately known as the Castle. Third Base Luncheonette has been supplying crew meals for so many seasons here on WYLN Sports Broadcast, and this year is no different. And for the greatest testimonial on television, Joe DeMelfi, what do you have to say about a third base hoagie?
Nobody. And I mean nobody beats a third base hoagie.
Ladies and gentlemen, you don't get that anywhere but here from the coach, Joe DeMelfi. Start of the third quarter, Hazleton area will have the basketball. They'll be in the white, going from left to right on your screen. They'll start with Biazzi, Barron, Carmonic with 3 fouls, Santana, and Fogarty. Comets start with Fazzini, Wasco, Casey, Gallagher, and Markowski as both teams go with their original starting fives. And quickly, Biazzi drives baseline where he is fouled.
Maybe Casey with that foul underneath. Biazzi got to the baseline, Marty. Was able to get his shot up as he makes the first foul.
That was Casey's first personal, the team first. Biazzi hits both. It's a 3-point game. He's got 17 to lead all scorers. Gallagher had it knocked away. He gets double team. Splits the double team, but almost stolen away by Fogarty. And Fogarty tried to save it, but it went out of bounds and remained with Crestwood. But a very tough place to inbound that corner spot of the basketball court.
Hazleton doing a great job with that pressure, causing Crestwood some problems getting the ball up the floor.
When they get Crestwood to pass the ball east and west, that's their biggest problem for Crestwood. Once they're able to go north and south, they're able to get a chance just like this. Casey with 8 on a great pass from Fazzini. Cougars lead it by 1, 32-31. Santana, spin, blocked by Casey. He'll save it, but Fogarty has it for the Cougars. Fogarty inside Santana. He gets it to go, and he'll have a chance for a 3-point play.
Looks like Casey will pick his second foul up the ball game, second here in the second half. Santana on the line. See if he can make it a 3-pointer, Marty.
Santana hits the free throw. Cougars up 4. A minute into the third quarter. And here come the Comets breaking the pressure. Wasco dribbles it back out. He'll get a Fazzini screen. Gallagher in the corner to Wasco. He'll look to penetrate. Wasco is fouled by Barron. While we have a moment, I want to remind you that the official beverage of the WYLN Sports Crew is Hazel Park Water Store Spring Water.
Both teams going to the lane, Marty. Really getting some inside pressure, picking up the foul. Wasco makes the first.
That was the second personal on Barron, team first. 1 out of 2, but Casey can't get the rebound to go. Fogarty gets it for Hazleton area.
Casey made a great move from the foul line, just couldn't get it to go.
Santana, his jumper is good. Reynald Santana with 5 here in the third. The lead is 5.
Santana helping out in the scoring column as Crestwood brings it up the floor. Casey with layup and a miss.
And Carmonic the rebound. Here come the Cougars up 5.
Carmonic, good minutes off the bench, playing for the Cougars.
Crestwood rebounds the Biazzi miss on the 3. Here comes Gallagher with the Comets down 5 over 2 minutes gone in the third. Gallagher, the crossover, the move won't go. Casey saves. Wasco out to Fazzini. Fazzini strong to the basket. Lead down to 3. On the Lehigh Valley Health Network, Hazleton's third quarter scoreboard. Barron had it knocked away by Fazzini, but he got it over to Biazzi. Biazzi to the basket, blocked from behind by Wasco.
Wasco with a great job on the block. Biazzi a little frustrated. I think he was looking for the foul. No call. Crestwood brings it up the floor.
Three minutes gone in the third quarter. On the Lehigh Valley Health Network, Hazleton scoreboard. Hazleton area up 3.
Pace of game has slowed a little, Marty.
Almost an opportunity for both of these teams to catch their breath. That's a three-point goal, Brian Markowski. The game is tied at 37. Markowski has 9. Biazzi to get the lead back. What a move.
Great job, Sal Biazzi going down, got the ball up off the board for the 2.
And the Comets break the pressure. Wasco's pass tipped by Carmonic, taken away by Biazzi.
Great job by Carmonic. Quick hands, knocks it away. Hazleton possession.
Biazzi, a little out of control, rebounded by Fazzini.
Talked about Biazzi. One of the things, plays hard, sometimes forces things, just trying to do too much.
And it looked like a piece of tape off one of the players had come off, and officials get it off the floor without having somebody become injured on it. Gallagher surveying the situation. Dribbles left to Wasco. His 3. Rebound Markowski. He gets double teamed, gets it out to Wasco, quickly to Gallagher. Gallagher will bring it out and survey.
I'll tell you what, Marty, Markowski really doing a nice job underneath for the Comets.
That's for the lead. Markowski back-to-back threes. He's got 12 to lead the Comets, and the lead now is 1 for Crestwood. Carmonic finds a cutting Santana. Cougars back in front. What a third for Reynald Santana. He has 7 in the quarter.
I'll tell you what, great job by Carmonic getting the ball inside. Timeout.
Full timeout taken by Crestwood.
Tri-County Business Machines has been serving the Hazleton area with office supplies and furniture for over 35 years. We are your local Kyocera dealer for all your digital Kyocera copiers, printers, and faxes. For exceptional reliability, sales, and service, the call to make is to Tri-County Business Machines. Tri-County Business Machines, keeping your office up to speed. Tri-County Business Machines, located at 117 East Broad Street, Hazleton. Phone 459-0754, or visit us on the web at tricountybm.com.
We welcome you back to Hazleton Area High School. The Cougars up 1, Tonight's game between Crestwood and Hazleton area is brought to you by Alfredo's in Hazleton. They're a proud sponsor of tonight's game coverage. Mention you heard about them from WYLN during tonight's game, and they will give you 5% off your total bill from now until Valentine's Day. Alfredo's in Hazleton, located on 1346 North Church Street. Stop in, mention WYLN, and get 5% off your bill. It's that easy. And by 22nd Street Auto, they're a proud supporter of Hazleton area high school basketball. Stop in and see them for your inspection and repair needs. Good luck from 22nd Street Auto. Crestwood took the timeout. As you can see on the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton scoreboard, they're left with 2 timeouts, a 30 and a full. Hazleton area has 2 fulls, 2 30s to account for their 4 timeouts under their name. Casey, nice pass inside to Fazzini, and it was good defense by Hunter Samick forcing the turnover.
Fazzini lost the handle. Cougars will bring it down the floor.
Hazleton area led by Sal Biazzi with 19, Barron with 8, Santana with 7. Markowski leading the Comets with 12, Gallagher has 10, Casey with 8. Woodring back in for Hazleton area. Biazzi gets it over to Barron, that's a 3, short. Battle for the loose ball. Casey up with it. This is for the lead. Won't go. Tipped around and out. We're going to have a loose ball foul against the Cougars.
Yeah, Samick went up, tried to knock it away, but I think he caught.
But I don't think it's in the act of shooting. I think they'll inbound underneath.
You're right, Marty, going after the ball. There you see it right there. As we come back, Samick goes up, knocks it away.
First on Samick, the team second. Fazzini, nice inbound play, rebound Casey, he's fouled. And I'll tell you what, we wondered how Luke Casey would fit into this game. He's been very active tonight.
I'll tell you what,
for the Comets.
He's helped out inside, he runs the floor well, can rebound, can score. Seems to be a pretty good team player, so he's fit into the Comet scheme very well.
Woodring his first foul, the team third. Casey can't get the first, he'll get another opportunity.
Offensive rebounds, Hazleton has 3, Crestwood 12 right now.
Casey, a big part of those offensive rebounds. It's 1 out of 2, he's got 9, and he ties the game at 41. And a rebound for Fazzini. Comets will look to get the lead here in transition. Markowski kicks it out to Gallagher. To Fazzini. Fazzini to the basket. Crestwood back in front. They lead at 43-41. Fazzini has 8.
Great job by Fazzini getting to the basket as Biazzi again looked like he tripped. Ball on the floor, jump ball.
Possession arrow gives it to Crestwood. Full timeout, Hazleton area. They trail it by 2.
A kind word, a helping hand. Being there when people need us most. Our healthcare team always gives our community their best. Merging with Lehigh Valley Health Network opens even more possibilities for all of us. More resources, specialized medical expertise, nationally recognized healthcare right here in our community. Together we can move medicine forward. The Greater Hazleton Health Alliance is now Lehigh Valley Health Network. Lehigh Valley Health Network, a passion for better medicine.
Why should you choose Penn State Hazleton?
We have new scholarship money.
There's no application fee.
When you visit campus.
Opportunities to do research.
Students are scoring internships
all over the country.
You can start here and finish here.
Or at another Penn State campus.
We have fun.
We have the Lion.
Penn State is ranked #1
by corporate recruiters.
We have the largest alumni network
in the world.
It's your time.
Penn State.
Penn State
lives here.
Check us out at psu.edu/visit Hazleton.
Tonight's game is brought to you by, in part, by Tyrone's Market in Hazleton. Tyrone's Market has everything you need for your family table. Tyrone's is a proud supporter of Hazleton area high school sports. And after the Cougar timeout, Crestwood up 2. with approaching a minute 20 left in the third, and the basketball. Hazleton area will be left with one full timeout and 2 30s. Crestwood a full and a 30 remaining on their slate. And the Comets up 2 on the Lehigh Valley Network Hazleton scoreboard. Casey had his pass tipped by Fogarty, but he gets the loose basketball. Kicks it out to Gallagher. That 3 won't go. Carmonic the rebound.
Good job by Carmonic coming to the basket as the ball bounced wide.
Barron over to Santana. And now Biazzi looking inside for Carmonic. He gets double teamed and knocked away at a reach-in foul, I believe, on Fazzini. And if so, that's his third.
Carmonic to the line, got the ball inside to him. Marty went up, drew the foul, puts Fazzini with 3 right at the end of the third quarter. We have 35.9 seconds left in the third quarter.
1 out of 2 for Carmonic. He makes it a 1-point game. Carmonic will head to the bench with his 3 personals. Hunter Samick again checks in for Hazleton area. Big minutes off the bench. Coach Joseph has to be proud of the effort he's getting from Hunter Samick off the bench tonight.
Both benches doing a nice job, not only just filling time, but fitting into their team's offensive and defensive schemes.
You'll watch the time countdown on the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton third quarter scoreboard. Fazzini, a look to drive. And I believe we're going to have a trip against Hazleton area with 3.7 seconds left in the third. Now Brett Barron, a big foul, his third, team fourth. And Barron will head to the benches. Woodring is back in. Crestwood will have to get off a quick shot here with 3.7 seconds left. It's Fazzini. Gallagher, the tip won't go. Biazzi to rebound. We're through 3. The score, Crestwood 43, Hazleton area 42. Look for an exciting fourth quarter. Up next, you're watching high school basketball on WYLN.
On the way to retirement, some people realize that work isn't really a bad thing. Some may want to start their own business one day. Our financial advisors will look at your complete financial picture, no matter where your money's invested, to create a plan designed to help you get to and through retirement. When you need a financial advisor fully invested in you, turn to us, Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
What? Floor samples, closeouts, every clearance item up to 50% off. Woohoo! It's Grand Central's huge 50% off clearance, now through Monday. Genuine savings on floor sample markdowns. Every item in our entire store up to 50% off. Yep, furniture, mattresses, appliances, and TVs. Tons of the good stuff. 50% off, now through Monday. Express delivery, plus up to 50% off. As always, buy local, spend less. Grand Central Hazleton.
3 great quarters of basketball in the books. Start of the fourth quarter, Comets up 1.
Marty, Hazleton 4 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Comets 5 for 13 from the floor. Turnovers 1 for Hazleton area, 2 for the Crestwood Comets. 1 point difference in the ball game.
Hazleton area down a point, starts the quarter with the basketball. Look for a lob to Santana. He got the loose basketball, but Fazzini the rebound. Kick ahead to Wasco. Wasco challenges Biazzi, and the Comets are up 3.
Crestwood with the ball down the floor very quickly as we have a blocking foul called.
Don't count the shot. Foul on the floor before the shot. Beyond Wasco, his second. Team fourth. Cougars in white starting the fourth with Carmonic, Fogarty, Santana, Barron, and Biazzi. Crestwood with Wasco, Casey, Fazzini, Gallagher, and Markowski. Biazzi makes it a 1-point game. He's got 21 on the night to lead all scorers.
Again, penetration, good arc on the ball, up and over the defender.
Wasco, pull-up jumper, won't go. Rebound, Santana, taken away by Fazzini, and it's good. Chris Fazzini's got 10. Crestwood back up by 3.
Fazzini with a great job on the steal and then the putback.
Biazzi, a deep 3. Rebound, Casey. And Gallagher will be fouled in the backcourt by Biazzi. That'll be the 3rd on Biazzi, the team 5th.
Biazzi going over trying to steal or stop the ball. Coach Joseph talking to him right now. Not a good foul again, I don't think, for Biazzi.
Crestwood contend against this zone to sit back and take some time. Wasco for 3, buried it.
I'll tell you, one of the things that
6.
They're going to have to do, Hazleton area, is get out on that zone, take away the 3 ball.
Fogarty will try to answer. He does. John Fogarty's got 9, his first 3 of the night. It's a 3-point game.
Great answer by Fogarty. Again, Crestwood looking at the perimeter.
Fazzini, pull-up jumper, good. Chris Fazzini is starting to heat up. 8 of his 12 here in the second half, and the Comets lead it by 5.
Got to move that zone if you're going to play it in there. Fazzini with that easy jumper.
Carmonic finds a cutting Santana.
Great ball movement. Biazzi, Carmonic, Santana for the 2.
All 9 of Santana's points here in the second half. Wasco double teamed. Timeout will be called by Coach Atherton. It'll be a 30-second timeout. I'd like to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by 22nd Street Auto. They're a proud supporter of Hazleton Area High School basketball. Stop in and see them for your inspection and repair needs. Good luck from 22nd Street Auto. And tonight's game is brought to you in part by Tyrone's Market in Hazleton. Tyrone's Market has everything you need for your family table. Tyrone's is a proud supporter of Hazleton Area High School sports. And by the Slusser Law Firm. They're wishing the best of luck to all players at a successful 2014 season. The Slusser Law Firm is a proud supporter of tonight's high school basketball coverage. .506 remaining in the 4th. Crestwood holding a 3-point advantage, 52-49. A cutting Fazzini inside is going to be called for a travel.
Fazzini got away from the defender, walked, turned it over.
Biazzi for the tie, won't go. Santana the rebound, that won't go. Fazzini the rebound, here come the Comets. Cross-court Wasco, an open 3. And it'll go out of bounds and be Cougar ball with 4:34 remaining.
I'll tell you what, as we have substitution, Samek in the ball game for the Cougars.
Samek will replace Santana.
I was just going to mention, Marty, Santana's been given, really gave some nice minutes here for the Cougars.
Barron, jumper blocked by Fazzini. He'll give it off to Biazzi. Biazzi gets the screen. This is for the tie. Sal Biazzi has 24 and he ties the game at 52.
Hazleton now with pressure. Crestwood does a good job of breaking that pressure.
Fogarty the rebound and a reach-in foul on Fazzini. That'll be his 4th.
Coach Atherton talking to Fazzini. He will stay in the ball game as of now. Hazleton will inbound, 4:01 left, tie score.
Fourth on Fazzini, the team fifth. At this point of the game, really no reason to take Fazzini out. Under 4 minutes left. A matter of trusting your senior to be smart out there. Game tied at 52. Biazzi for the lead. Loose basketball picked up by Gallagher. Here come the Comets. And a foul will be called, and that's on Biazzi. That's his fourth.
And I'll tell you what, Coach Atherton was asking for a foul up the floor earlier, just earlier. Biazzi picks it up. As he goes.
His fourth, team sixth. Coach Joseph takes the strategy of getting Biazzi out of the game.
I think what you look for here, maybe you get a minute or a minute and a half and then put him in for the last 2 minutes.
Woodring is in for Biazzi. Biazzi on the bench with 4. Fazzini stays on the floor with 4. Gallagher penetrates out to Fazzini. Markowski goes over to Gallagher. Gallagher penetrates. Offensive foul taken by Carmonic. Gallagher will pick up his third. Biazzi will check back in.
I'll tell you what, Carmonic has picked up 2 fouls. This time, he sets himself early. Gallagher with the charge.
Tell you what, Joe, I'm looking forward to February 10th and 11th. The rematch of the girls' game Monday night right here. The boys' rematch would be the next night at Crestwood. Both of those games you'll be able to see here on WYLN. Barron for the lead. Rebound Fazzini. Casey in the lane. That won't go. Barron the rebound off to Woodring.
Great rebound by Barron underneath.
And a timeout taken by Hazleton area. We like to remind you that tonight's game between Crestwood and Hazleton area is brought to you by Alfredo's in Hazleton. They're a proud sponsor of tonight's game coverage. Mention you heard about them from WYLN during tonight's game, and they will give you 5% off your total bill from now until Valentine's Day. Alfredo's in Hazleton is located at 1346 North Church Street. Stop in, mention WYLN, and get 5% off your bill. It's that easy. Stop in to Carmen's Bakery and Deli for lunch. Warm up with one of their great specials. Always homemade, fresh on site. If you don't have time to bake it, let Carmen's make it. Eat in, take out, or they'll deliver. Carmen's Bakery and Deli. Once again, we like to remind you that the official beverage of the WYLN Sports Crew is Hazel Park Water Stores Spring Water.
2:30, Marty. 2:30 left, fourth quarter. Score tied, 52-52.
Biazzi kicks it out to an open Woodring. He'll get it to Fogarty. And the Cougars will reset. Game tied at 52 on the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton scoreboard. Hazleton area with 2 30-second timeouts remaining. Crestwood with a full timeout left. Carmonic is fouled. He'll head to the line. Is it on Fazzini? If so, he'll foul out. But I think he called it on Wasco.
Yeah, they did. They called it on Wasco. Biazzi got the ball back to Carmonic. Went up for the shot, was fouled, so he'll gonna shoot 2, makes the first. Here you see it, Biazzi with the pass. Foul by Wasco.
1 out of 2 for Carmonic. Frazzini the rebound.
Strong rebound by Frazzini. 2 minutes left in the ball game.
53-52, Cougars lead. These two undefeated teams looking to get first place by themselves in the Wyoming Valley Conference Division I. Gallagher had it knocked off his knee, out of bounds. Cougar basketball with 1:48 remaining.
I'll tell you what, both Gallagher and Biazzi doing a great job with penetration, but sometimes a little out of control. That time Gallagher lost the ball. Cougars with the ball with a 1-point lead and 1:44 left.
Biazzi brings it up, guarded by Wasco. Dribbles to his left, off to Barron. This is Fogarty. Hazleton area very content to take time off the clock with this 4-guard look with Woodring in, the lone big being Carmonic. Crestwood with foul trouble. Fazzini guarding Carmonic as Crestwood will go with other players to guard the ball handlers. And a reach-in foul on Gallagher. That'll be his 4th. And a 1-and-1 coming up for Brett Barron.
The Cougars took some time off the clock, bled it down to 1:08, and we have a 1-and-1 from Barron.
Barron hits the first. It's a 2-point Cougar lead. Barron in double figures with 10. The lead is 3. 30-second timeout taken by Hazleton area. We want to remind you our next game here on WYLN will be Monday night right here at the Huey McGeehan Gymnasium as the girls take the floor as Joe Gavio's Lady Cougars with a big bounce-back win last night at Crestwood will play host to the Lady Bulldogs of Berwick. Join us for all the action Monday night live at 7:30. The Lady Bulldogs of Berwick, the Lady Cougars of Hazleton area, girls high school basketball action here on WYLN.
I'll tell you what, Coach Gavio did a great job getting them back after they lost to Wyoming Valley West. Tough loss, and they came back and won the next one. Hazleton's another run, Marty. 11-2 run over the last 4 minutes and 55 seconds.
And it's been the balance. Biazzi, of course, has 24, but Barron with 10. Fogarty, Santana, 9 apiece. Biazzi's gotten scoring support from his teammates. Big reason they're up 3 with a minute remaining in the ball game. Fazzini looked inside, loose basketball, still loose. Possession arrow, keep it with Crestwood, but great hustle on the part of Casey and Carmonic.
Casey on the floor after the ball was able to cause a possession. Crestwood will inbound, 54 seconds. 3 to tie it, 2 to get within 1.
Gallagher inside, back out to Gallagher. Casey over to Gallagher. He'll get a screen. Gallagher looks to penetrate. Out to Wasco to Markowski. That's for the tie. It's short. Out of bounds. Cougar basketball with 33.7 seconds left. Offense, defense. Samick to the bench. Woodring in to handle the basketball. Quickly, Dotzel will check in to get Fazzini to the bench with the 4 personals.
Crestwood's going to put pressure right here. Need to foul quickly.
Biazzi is going to be fouled by Wasco. He'll head to the line for the final 1-on-1 of the night.
And they had Wasco for the block.
Wasco picked up his 4th, team 9th. Robbie Hopkins back in for Crestwood. Biazzi hits the first. Big free throw there makes it a 2-possession game with 30.2 seconds remaining.
Everything we thought it would be, Marty, as Biazzi makes the second, puts the Cougars up by 5.
Hazleton area calls their final timeout with 30.2 seconds remaining, leading by 5, 57-52.
I think one of the things when you look at both these teams, I look at Hazleton, Santana, great minutes off the bench, really did a nice job, not only in scoring, but in some rebounding and his play defensively. The other is, on the other side of the coin, we talked about Casey fitting in. Crestwood's offensive and defensive scheme done a great job.
Last Crestwood field goal at the 5:32 mark of this fourth quarter. Hazleton area, their defense, a big reason they're up 5. Gallagher can't hit the 3. Fazzini the putback.
Good putback, quick timeout by Coach Atherton.
And Coach Atherton now out of timeouts. Both teams out of timeouts with 19.3 seconds left. It is a 3-point game, 57-54.
And we don't see a lot of people streaming for the exit here, Marty. They're sticking around. Seen a good high school basketball game.
And deservedly so. Sal Biazzi gets a lot of credit on this Hazleton area team, the leading scorer in school history. But I want to focus on the support he's gotten on the score sheet. Brett Barron and John Fogarty have combined for 19 points from the outside. And how about the second half of Reynald Santana? All 9 of his points coming here in the second half. And he's been a big spark inside offensively for Hazleton area tonight. One of the big reasons they're up 3.
There's no doubt about it. Santana, again, has played very well for the Cougars.
Hazleton area, their last field goal coming at the 5:17 mark. Their last 6 points coming from the foul line, where they're 6 of 8, and they're probably going to get some more free throws here if Crestwood cannot force a turnover. Biazzi to inbound. Full court man from the Comets. Biazzi will be called for the foul. I believe Hopkins will be called for it. And I'm wrong, of course. Cole Wasco is the foul.
Yeah, both of them reached in, Marty, and
that's the 5th on Wasco. He'll be the first to foul out tonight. He'll leave with 6 points. So Biazzi to shoot 2. Once again to make it a 2-possession game. He doesn't get the first. Big free throw here. Can still make it a 2-possession game. He does. Biazzi with 27. 4-point lead.
Comets need to get it up.
Casey for 3. Buried it. No timeouts remaining for either team. Biazzi is fouled. But whatever he does at the foul line here, it'll be a 1-possession game. Crestwood only has 4.2 seconds left. Markowski picked up his foul, the team 3rd. Crestwood over the 2-foul limit. But it's a 1-point game. No matter what Biazzi does here, Crestwood has a chance to tie. There you see the 3 from Casey to make it a 1-point game. Biazzi has hit both free throws to make it a 3-point game. Crestwood can still tie with a 3. Fazzini, this is Hopkins for the tie. Won't go. Hazleton area remains undefeated in the Wyoming Valley Conference Division I with a 60-57 victory over the Crestwood Comets.
I'll tell you what, Marty, we talked about it during the game, but everything that it was advertised to be, 3-point victory for the Cougars, Comets played very well. Cougars got some great help underneath from Santana, scoring from Biazzi, which you sort of expect, but got help also from a couple of other players. Good ball game.
Hazleton area will go to 6-0 in the Wyoming Valley Conference Division 1. Remember, there are no more halves in the Wyoming Valley Conference. Overall record, Crestwood will drop to 4-1 with the 60-57 victory by Hazleton area. Sal Biazzi, 10 of his 29 in the fourth quarter. A lot of them from the free throw line. But a balanced attack, Brett Barron with 10, John Fogarty, Reynald Santana, 9 apiece. For Crestwood, Chris Vizzini had 14, 12 apiece for Luke Casey and Brian Markowski. But that Hazleton area defense held Brady Gallagher to 10 points, all 10 in that opening half. He did not score again in the second half. A big part of this Hazleton area defensive attack that led the Cougars to this big victory.
Yeah, I think when you look at Hazleton area and the win, they played great defense. Offensively, they did what they had to do, was able to get the ball inside, push the ball up the floor when they had to. Biazzi getting his points. Cougars come away with a good win for them. Three-pointer, 60-57, and I'll tell you what, Crestwood, nothing to be ashamed of. I know they don't like to lose. Coach Atherton does a great job there, as does Coach Joseph at Hazleton. And you're right, Marty, the second ball game in February is going to be a good one.
And it's one of those things, Joe, you know, you wanted to get the win on the road. It's a tough place to play, but if you're Coach Atherton, you take the approach of Hazleton area protected their home court. Now we'll have to do the same come February.
Exactly. I think that, as you said, tough place when you play at either one of these places. Crestwood home, Hazleton home, are tough places to win in. Hazleton defended their turf. Comets need to do the same.
This game featured 7 ties, 10 lead changes. Hazleton area comes away with the victory, 60-57. For fans of both of these schools, what a great doubleheader starting Monday night, February 10th from right here at the Huey McGeehan Gymnasium. It'll be the girls, Crestwood at Hazleton area. Then the boys will shift the mountaintop the next night, February 11th, in what ought to be a tremendous rematch in both the girls and boys basketball divisions when both of these schools hit the floor once again.
I have to tell you, Marty, when we look at these two teams play every year, it's a big game. They both play very well. The coaches do a great job. The kids do a great job. Exciting rivalry, only about 10, 12 miles apart, maybe a few more than that. But this game has become a huge game in the Wyoming Valley Conference situation.
And we thank you for joining us from a rowdy Huey McGeehan Gymnasium at Hazleton Area High School. For our director, Barry J.S., for stats by Jim Burns, for Joe DeMelfi, I'm Marty Burns saying so long. Once again, the final score. Hazleton area, 60. Crestwood, 57. Join us Monday night, right back here at the Huey McGeehan Gymnasium at Hazleton Area High School. It'll be girls action as the Lady Bulldogs of Berwick take on the Lady Cougars of Hazleton area. We'll be on the air Monday night at 7:30. Girls high school basketball, Berwick, Hazleton area live right here on WILN. This has been a WILN Sports Special presentation. Good night from Hazleton.
Helping your dollars go further every day. Stay here for fantastic bargains. This is Penny's Classifieds from WILN TV 35.
And their families tranquil and scenic views from just about anywhere in the building. We are located within minutes of Hazleton